I mean, he was pretty tough. I wouldn't say he tougher than I expected, because I think anybody that's getting the ring is tough. You know, it takes a certain mindset to even step in the ring. So I knew he was tough, and when by like the fourth or fifth round, when I see he wasn't going nowhere, you know, we just stuck to the game plan. We started working on things that we worked on in the gym.
All these guys, you know, he wants to fight the champions.
That's the guy that I'm over right now. You know, if the fight happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Leonard Ellaby said, "There's no way in the world that Gervonta is fighting me on the zone." And the crazy part about it is, I never heard such a thing when the zone is paying all the money. So why would I go to Showtime and fight for nothing when I'm over here with the zone and making more money? It just don't make sense. Read between the lines. We getting paid.
Yeah, I'll speak to that, and the answer is this: you should never ever take an opportunity away from a fighter to earn a lot of money and to unify the division. If it's another network, it's ridiculous. If they come up with an offer that I can't afford to pay Tevin Farmer, I'll let him fight on Showtime or Fox. It's not a problem, because at the end of the day, Tevin Farmer's career is going to be defined by fights like that. So whether it's Pachel, whether it's Gervonta Davis, all of those guys, he has to be in those fights. Next, it will be a hometown defense in March. Then it will probably be a mandatory.
We're at 2300 or the chorus set?
The chorus set. That's the one we like. You like that one? Is that okay? We're there. We're there. Quite possibly John O'Carroll. Yeah. He drew for the final eliminator. And these guys got a nice thing going on social media with John O'Carroll, and the weekend we look to go will probably be St Patrick's weekend. So Tevin at home in Philly against an Irishman would work out.
Tevin, in DAZN's, or excuse me, in HBO Metro Boxing's last card in the theater at Madison Square Garden, Alberto Machado had a very impressive first-round knockout. Is that a unification fight you're interested in making, although he is a regular champion?
I mean, it can't be a unification about being a regular champion. I mean, respect to Machado, he's a great guy, and I feel like he deserved to be the Super World Champion because he knocked out the Super World Champion. And when that guy from Baltimore won, they degraded Machado and upgraded him, which don't make any sense. But like I said, that's still a fight that I would take. And bring me anybody. I want all the champions. I want all the belts. And I'm not just talking. My team backed me up, my promoters, and we're ready for anybody.
Right, guys, a shout out as well to Lou DeBella, who's not well. He'll be back in action soon, and Alex, Dombroff and DB, our partners. And once again, a big round of applause for the IBF Super Featherweight Championship.
First of all, primeramente, gracias por estar aquí. Thank you very much for for the great coverage, everything that you guys do, sending the message out. We greatly appreciate it from Golden Boy Promotions to you. First of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year. Tonight was a great night. Tonight was a great night for Canelo. I think he showed not only his patience, his great body work, but he showed that he can hang in there with the big boys at 168 pounds. And look, and I told everyone, and I didn't promote this fight as being the toughest for Canelo, but it wasn't the easiest, just because of the weight difference and moving up in weight, and all that. So I first have to congratulate Canelo for being, I believe, the 9th Mexican fighter born in Mexico to have captured three divisions, 3 world titles in 3 divisions. So that's a big feat in itself. So congratulations, Canelo. We had a sellout, 20,112. That's an official sellout, so it's not bad for Canelo. Canelo did a wonderful job. He solidified the fact that that he's a global superstar. He can fight anywhere and fill up stadiums, and that's thanks to the fans who make everything happen. So we greatly appreciate you. But first off, before we bring up Canelo, which is coming shortly, I want to introduce to you a young man who is on his way, to big things. And we at Golden Boy Promotions are really excited about this next young man who I'm going to introduce to you. You saw him fight tonight. He had a wonderful performance. He has a new team. He has a new trainer. He looks sharp today, but like he admits, he still needs a couple of fights to adjust with Eddie Reynoso and with Canelo in camp. So I'm happy to say that Ryan Flash Garcia will be fighting for a world title next year shortly. And we're really excited about him. And so without any further ado, Ryan Garcia to say a few words. Ryan.
Hey everybody, I want to thank God for blessing me with this victory. I want to thank my team, Eddie Reynoso, Canelo, my dad, my family for supporting me while I was in camp. I was away for 2 months, away from everybody. But I mean, I was living on the beach, so it wasn't too bad. But other than that, I had a strong camp. We worked on a lot of things that I needed to fix. And, coming into this fight, I just wanted to show everybody, how much I'm determined to prove that I could really fight. I'm not just on Instagram, and I could really do this thing. So that's really what I wanted to show. Oh, any questions, guys? Guy right here.
Ryan, did you ever really question if you were just an Instagram star? Or did you ever question that? You knew, right, how good you were?
I didn't ever question that because I had 225 amateur fights. A lot of people don't know that I was a 15-time national champion. I made the USA team. I didn't go to the Olympics because they changed the age requirements to 19 years old. I was 17. They took off the headgears. And I wanted to do this for my family, so I went pro.
You won a lot of Mexican followers, and the people is yelling, "Viva Mexico, Mexico!" when you are fighting.
Well, I mean, it feels special to my heart because, you hear a lot of people on the internet say, because I don't speak Spanish, that doesn't mean I'm not Mexican. I mean, my whole family's Mexican. I go to all the family parties. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, I have the Mexican blood in me, so I was just honored, and I felt good that everybody was cheering that while I was fighting.
Oscar, la gente dice que Ryan es el siguiente Oscar de la Hoya. Cuando lo viste pelear, te viste cuando eras joven.
No, yo creo que Ryan está escribiendo su propia historia. La mía ya está escrita. Ryan está escribiendo su propia historia y va a hacer cosas grandes como lo hizo los pasados campeones, como lo hice yo, y ahora le va a tocar a Ryan. He said that if I see myself in Ryan, and if he reminds me of me, and he said, look, he's gonna write his own story. Ryan has a bright future. I'm sure he'll get to a world title and then win many world titles, just like past champions did, just like I did. But Ryan will write his own story.
Right. Eddie Reynoso, one of the best trainers in boxing. What was it like to work out with him? What does he do that makes him so great?
I mean, it's because he treats you like family, and you just get in the camp and everybody, is all chill, and they want the best for you, and that's what I felt. If I didn't feel that, then my performance wouldn't have been good, but I felt like such a chemistry with the camp. Everybody welcomed me open arms, and that was the best part of it, and he's a badass trainer.
Andrew Rosario on the Scene Sports. How much inspiration do you get from watching Canelo fight? What does that do for you?
Well, coming to this camp, just watching him spar, train and everything, you can see just the mindset he had, and that he never thinks he's too high. You know, he always stays humble and keeps working on his craft. So, you know, that inspired me to never think I got so good. I never got to a point where I can't be beat. I got to keep training hard and keep working hard. So, yeah, he is an inspiration to me.
Ryan, back here, I know you said next year is when you plan to fight for a world title. When do you want to fight somebody who's going to challenge you? Right now, everything's going well. Plan A works perfect. When do you expect to maybe fight maybe like Tony Luis, a Devin Haney, somebody who they're going to stand right in front of you, they're going to give you a hard time, they're going to say basically, no, you got to do something different against us?
Well, when that time comes, I'll be very, very prepared for those fights. Those are fights that I would love to have. Everything's a process. I'm going to trust my team. In the past, I would say, let's do it right now, but I want to take my time with this. I want to savor every moment, and I want to enjoy this ride. So whenever it happens, I will be prepared, and I will be ready to go.
Hi, Garcia. Uriel de Berea Visión, from Berea Visión. Talking about your fight, did it throw you off a little bit, all he was doing in the ring to try to make you miss or make you get off your fight?
Well, at the weigh-ins, he pushed me, and at that moment, I knew he was going to do a lot of stuff to throw me off my game while I'm fighting. So going into the ring, I knew I just had to stay composed. I knew he couldn't beat me. His skills, I knew I had a lot of advantages on him. I just had to stay focused. Even when he was hitting me with low blows, I was just like, I even touched his hand, like, I just got to stay focused. I'm not even going to give him the satisfaction of me saying, nah, I don't want to touch your glove. I just gave him his respect and kept going.
Ryan, Alden Kodash of the Fight City. You're a very good fighter, 20 years old. The two titleists, the two unified champions at lightweight right now are very accomplished and very experienced, Mikey Garcia and Vasyl Lomachenko. Do you see yourself fighting at 135 for your first title fight, or maybe moving down to 130 to fight some more reasonably experienced fighters before that?
130 is going to be tough for me, just because I've been fighting at 130 pounds since I was 16, 15 years old. At this point, 135 will probably be my first title shot, because 130 is just too hard. I was killing myself to get to 130. When I fought Jason Velez, I basically couldn't move going to the weigh-ins. So 135 would be the ideal weight for me to get a world title. Any more questions? Good? Okay, thank you guys.
I mean, we work with Eddie Hearn, we work with anybody, and that's not going to change. We are going to bring you the best fights. And like I said before this event here tonight, I didn't promote this fight as the toughest opponent for Canelo or the easiest. We promoted this event as trying to make history and have Canelo capture a world title in the third division. So now that he accomplished that, yeah, now we're back to the drawing board. Now we're back where the train, belongs, on those rails, to stardom, to history. And so look, the pool is huge now with fighting at 168 and 160, and we're going to challenge the very best. That's a great fight. I love it. I love it. Either one of those guys I love, and we're not counting them out at all. All right. Thank you. All right, let's give Rocky a hand. Hey, let's give Rocky a hand. Hey, congratulations, Rocky. It was a tough fight. But we want to take our hat off to you and to Eddie Hearn, and congratulations, and thank you for taking the fight and being a great champion that you are.
say? The elite fighter, Canelo, you know, I let him in, you know, trying to do my best, and you know, that's what elite fighters are like. So, as I say, I never shied away from the challenge. The phone call I got was Canelo wanted to fight you, so I said yeah, Madison Square Garden, and it's been a great week. Met some great people. You know, a day to be great. I lived the dream, but you know, I'll come again. I'll come back. That's after Canelo. Respect him. Great fighter. And, you know, I'll come back.
How are you? I'm good. Andrew Rosario, Honesty Sports. How surprised were you at his power?
Can we keep it quiet, please, over there? Can we keep... Thank you.
Sorry, Rocky. Andrew Rosario on the scene sports. We talked at the press conference on Tuesday. How surprised were you at his power, especially to the body?
Yeah, he's strong. You know, I was catching with some shots, but he just, you know, he kept coming forward and that. And it was more, the body shots are more like the wind's getting took away, like the rib, not only just a bit of a wind getting took. So he placed the shots well, and you know, he caught me, and I stood there too long. I thought I'd try and mix it with him when I shouldn't have, and as I said, that you see the height of me compared to, I should have kept it long, but I just stood there with someone who was elite and who was strong, and he caught me, and you know, I give it everything, and the better man won.
Rocky, after the fight with Canelo, how do you describe Saul Alvarez as a fighter? How do you describe now that you're fighting?
You see his record, and you know, heavyweight world champion, so he's, you know, he's the elite fighter. He's the number one in me, so he does everything well. His timing's good, his shot selections are good, and his presence, there's no being there and making me work when I didn't have to, but I knew I shouldn't switch off, and I had to be on my game, and I never kept it long. I just stood there, and so he's an elite fighter. He's a great fighter, and you know, it was his night. He got me.
Rocky, okay. So how would you compare Canelo's power to Callum Smith, and how would you see that fight playing out if they were to get to the ring together?
The power. It's more the shots you don't see, and the time of the shot, but both similar. You know, both got similar power. You know, Canelo's strong. Say his shot selections are good, and so is Callum. The timing's good. So that'll be a good fight.
Rocky, over here. This round right now. If you was to compare Canelo's power to other 168 fighters that you have faced, how would you compare his power to other fighters, and do you think he has the ability to hang with other fighters at 168?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know, elite power. That's like that next level power. He's got it. He's got it all. He's got the time and the speed. He puts his shot together well, as I said. So I think he can mix it with any super middleweight.
And Rocky, we often talk about Canelo's aggressiveness, body punching, but how good is his speed? Is he the fastest guy you fought as well?
Yeah, definitely. He's the best of fought, you know what I mean? Like, he's speed, power, you know, footwork, defense, everything. He's got everything, and yeah, he's the best to be in with, and you know, I'm gutted, but I got in there with someone who's elite, you know, from my background, where I've come from, to get in, to make it here and get in with Canelo, you know, is a big achievement for myself.
Rocky, over here. There's some fights sometimes that just ruin fighters, either because they got beat up too much or it was just a bad outing. Going forward, I know that you plan to continue, you plan to win, but how do you get over it? So what do you think is going to be the biggest thing you have to overcome from this fight?
Eddie, what's next? What's next? That's good, no. No, so I got 2 defeats, no, 2 stoppages to 2 world champions. One's a world champion now, Callum, and you know, Canelo 3-weight. But I come back and I come back from the Callum defeat when no one gave me a chance. I come back, give it everything, can become a world champion. So, you know, I've just been in with the best pound fighter, and you know, I'll come back, and that's what the fighters do. It's the comeback what counts, and you know, I'll spend time with my family at Christmas, and then I get back in the gym in the new year and learn and keep going.
Rocky, since you already fought Canelo, and you know, would you consider him to be the best fighter of today? Would you consider Canelo to be the best fighter of today?
Yeah, top 3 up there. Yeah, you know, I mean, for me, I like Terence Crawford and you know, Lomachenko, but he, you know, he's up there. He's, you know, say his record speaks for himself, and 3-weight world champion, so yeah, he's probably the best.
No, la verdad que me siento muy bien también en las 160 libras y creo que es normal, ¿no? Siempre el sacrificio para marcar el peso pues es normal, pero me siento muy bien también en las 160.
No, I feel good at 160 pounds, and it's normal. You know, it's always a sacrifice, and it's normal to sacrifice to make weight, but I still feel good being able to make 160 pounds.
Okay. I think it's important that the media knows that also recently Saul at his best moment do a great hard thing, support a little boy, number 100,000 little boy from a foundation, big foundation in Mexico, 22 years old, the foundation. And because of that, I think it's important that you know, Oscar and Saul, that Emilio Azcárraga Jr. told me last week, please tell them that it will be a dream for me, a dream made possible if soon, whenever he thinks, he's going to Estadio Azteca and break that record. So he's ready, he's going to do everything that you need to try to do soon this event when you think it's right.
Muchas gracias a todos, gracias por todo su apoyo y nos vemos el siguiente año.
Thank you for that. Thank you for all your support, and we'll see you next year.